round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Seahawks and the Niners, and it comes your way next on
Climbing to the
Madden
top,
Football.
and this music was my ticket. Found a way to grind, turn a passion to a business, no limit. I'ma get it, having millions as a witness.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area, here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we continue with Wildcard Weekend with what should be a great one between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello everyone, welcome to the postseason on EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the
They be like,
charts.
really, you got a milli from doing something silly? I'm like, chilly, I've been killing for decades now, Billy. Well, maybe like 7 years, but who's counting really? I just know how to turn something silly into a milli. Got a lot to say, and a lot need to hear it. You don't quit today, we don't stop, no, we feel it to the top, yeah, we change our whole...
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This taking it at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And he lost the football. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft. The guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game, because a rookie quarterback getting to start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
first and 10 at the 38. Purdy to throw it on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round one of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you profess. So go ahead, continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. To throw again on second down. Purdy. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to one. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. McCaffrey is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Here's the option going right. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Brock Purdy scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Niners will strike first here in this wild card matchup. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career. But he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Geno. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, fun on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Play action. It's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
Down at the 25. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They juked him. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game, without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. After run, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Purdy looking to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now goal for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have a Niners first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. From the 24, Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Brandon, you know all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing here, Purdy. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 17 yards out. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yeah.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Geno now to throw. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Walker now on 1st and 10. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. On 2nd and 9, Smith forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. But he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. From the red zone now, Smith. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
To the air again, Smith. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing out. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Smith. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. D. Eskridge, 31 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved him out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Purdy now to throw. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy completes it to the tight end Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here on the NFC side of the bracket. And this one looks like it should be a dandy, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters.
Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They go play action here. Purdy. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Straight ahead, Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. Off of play action, here's Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Smith. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Geno. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Walker once more, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Seahawks are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they have to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Geno's going to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Purdy. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. He goes right back the way of Hilton. A big gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down.
Purdy.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
Got his target, Samuel. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
Touchdown! T.Y. Hilton, a 7-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Gold to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he'll be taken down at about the the 22-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To throw again on second down. Purdy.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And the Niners are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Hit and drop behind the line by Shelby Harris.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Purdy.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now this is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Purdy now to throw.
And the pressure gets to him again. Nwosu. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Smith.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air again, Smith toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Geno. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Throwing now is Geno.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good, and that gets him back within 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Niners set to take over on offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Back to throw, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Purdy.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Purdy.
Flushed out right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. This is McCaffrey on the give. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Here's McCaffrey.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Caught left side by Hilton.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
He goes right back the way of Hilton. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
This is McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Now goal for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. This complete to Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Smith. And that is incomplete. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Walker hit and the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. And they run the option on second down.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.